Assalamu alaikum, Hassan Ahmed is here. Today we are going to explain the entire functionality and working of our project, the ExiTube, the online picture sharing and live streaming platform. It's working with database and Java. Basically there are two interfaces, one for the admin and second for the user. I will explain the admin side and the other part is further explained by Rimsha Naqvi, Sohaib Ahmed and Abdullah Khan. Here this is the workbench. Here admin ID is 1, name and password is also set as admin. Here it is MySQL statement where you can see admin and password. These are basically coming from the text fields in the interfaces. We got name and password from that text field, and here we got it here. Then we pass it in the try portion to the name and password MySQL statement. Here we wrote a query that select everything from the table of admin and password. Then query will come here in the workbench. Then pick the name and password, that is admin. Then after the execution of the query, the result will save down in this result set. All the result will be saved in the RS. If it will return true, then it means that the password and admin is available in that our database, and it is matched. So then it will show a message login successful. Otherwise, if we put wrong credentials, then it will show the dialog box with wrong credentials notification. Now all the query is happening in this the event of the login button. Here we put the action listener at the back end of login. After a successful login, the current frame, that login frame, will dispose, and then from the admin class, home method will be called. Here this is the method home from admin object. Here you can see it has its own new JFrame. Here you can see in the admin table, it is another field named as announcements. Anything that is written in at that portion in announcement, that will be written same as in our JFrame announcement portion. Here you can see the pictures. Each picture has a button below it to remove that particular picture. These pictures are coming directly from the database. This is the event listener for the delete button. When you press the delete or remove picture, this SQL statement will be executed. Delete from picture where ID, that is equal to ID. Here you can see the table of the pictures. Here you can see each picture has its own ID, its own caption. This ID is coming from the above portion of the code. These IDs are actually auto incremented, so there is no chances of duplication of any ID. Now we are going to remove the 4 picture, then we will press the remove button below the picture. When we click on the remove button, this JPN will be executed. Then the home frame will be opened. That home frame will be updated and refreshed. Here you can see the picture is removed now. Now Rimsha Naqvi will further explain the working of ExiTube.
Thank you. Now we have user frame, and this we have table. And we have user ID, name, email, and the data is come from database. In this we have user ID, name, email and password. We have 3 variables: UID, name and email. This is for connection. This is query, select UID, name, email from user. This is user table, user ID, name, email and password. We use prepared statement and saved in result set. Now we have while loop. While loop will execute until the last value. If we have 4 to 5 values in table, the loop will execute until the last value. Dot get string, column name, UID, UID 7 is saved in UID. In this, name equal to get string name. From this we have another value and save into the name, same as for email. Now we have model dot add row, new object, this row, UID, name and email. These 3 values we equal and comes from database. We will add this in table. Now we have remove button. This is remove button. And cancel button. When we click on cancel button, frame will dispose and home frame will be open. Goes to main page. And if we click in remove button, select user to remove, method is called. This is the method. And frame is also disposed. This frame is disposed and new frame is opened. This new frame is opened. We have table, same query is written for this table, name, email, model.add row. Now we have enter user details, name, email, user ID, text fields. Admin will enter user details here. If we click and go back, user frame will be open. Now if admin will delete the user, it will also delete from database. For this we have, as we enter values, and click on delete. If we give wrong values, it will not delete it. Or if we enter wrong values or we left empty the text fields, it will not delete the users. All the values will compare into database and then remove from database and table also. Now we have query delete from user where ID, this ID is equal to ID. We get the ID from the text field. Name dot get text, mail dot get text. So we have query delete from user where ID is equal to ID, name, email. If the text field is empty, mail text is empty, error message is appeared. And dispose the frame and reopen or refresh the same frame, else statement is executed and user deleted and frame is disposed. Now we have announcement. This is announcement frame. So this is announcement frame, and the back button will dispose this frame and goes to home page. When we add text here, it saves into database and also display in home page. In admin we have announcement column. Everything that's admin announced is saved in this field. For example, we write here and done, announcement uploaded, and this is change in admin table and in home page also. Now we write hello. Done. It's updated in table and home screen both. Now we have profile. In profile we have username, email and password. This is GUI code. The main advantage is we have only one admin, as this is a small project, so we only have one admin, and admin ID is only one. We don't add new admins, and there's no option for adding new admins. So we have only one admin and its ID is one. For profile update, we have this query update admin set name equal to question mark email password. We have these three fields, name, email and password, where ID is equal to 1, as ID is always 1 because we have only one admin. Now we use prepared statement ps dot set string column 1 name text dot get text. This field is for name dot get text. Now for email we have set string to mail text. We have this field, same as password, as we also applied condition if name text or email field is empty, so there is a wrong field input, error is displayed and frame disposed and nothing is updated. If the query is executed, as we give new username and password, for example we give t update, so profile is updated and login. So else condition is executed here and profile is updated and frame is disposed and new GUI is opened. In database we have ID1 admin email. Now we have updated profile. We have name, email, password equal to TTT. So when we log in again, name and password is entered. Now Sohaib Ahmed will further explain.
Thank you, Rimsha Naqvi. As you can see that we have a users table in the database whose attributes are user ID, name, email and passwords that we can use to log in into the system. As you can see that if we put the wrong credentials into the system, then it will show us an error message, basically that you put the wrong credentials or user that you are trying to log in does not exist into the database. This means that a user must have to sign up first for the system to log in into the system. We have used pass and email. We require an email from the user to maintain the uniqueness of the system. This means that for every sign up we must require a unique email for the sign up. The query behind the login action listener tells us that select everything from the users table where email is this and password is this. We have used the question marks that defines that we are going to use a prepared statement for this to use this email and password one by one accordingly. As you can see that this email and password are coming from the user's login interface where we have an email text field and password text field. These two are coming from there. This everything is happening behind behind the action listener of this login button, that when we press it, the email and the password from here will go for a check in the database, and then it will be executed. This rs is the result set of this query. It will have a value if this query is executed and it is true or false. It will have a value in it. If the email and password are correct in the database, then it will return us true, otherwise it will give a boolean false. And it will show us our error message that this is the wrong credentials, or a user you want to log in into the system does not exist in the system. Now first we are going to sign up for this. Now for sign up, we have a sign up method here. When we click this sign up button, it will goes into the method of this sign up. It has three attributes: name, email, and password. As if you look into the users table, we require these three attributes: username, email, and password to log in into the system. As the UID in the users table is an auto increment in it itself, so we put username as R, email R, and password R here in it. And when we click on the sign up button, then it will execute the query that these three values will be stored into the users table there in the database. The query behind this sign up button is that insert into user where UID, name, email, and password, these four attributes we have given the right under this, we have given four values to these four attributes. Now under this we have a condition that if any one of these three text fields is empty, then it will give us error message that wrong field input. It means that you must have to fill all of these three text fields for sign up. As if you put all of the three inputs into these three text fields, then it will execute the else portion of this condition. It will take you to the login GUI of the system. Now you can see in the users table that we have signed up for the two users, the RRR and the FFF. They are stored into the database. Now we are going to log in the F user. We have got the login successful here. Now you can see there up on the screen the hello. This is coming from the announcement part of the admin tables, as Hassan has previously explained this. And same for these pictures, these are also coming from the database here. Thank you, that's all from my side. Now Abdullah Khan Safati will further proceed.
Thank you, Sohaib. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdullah and I will be going through the remaining interface of our project. At top we have the announcement bar, and this at home page we have these pictures which user have uploaded onto the platform. First I will go through the upload bar and then discuss these functionalities of button. So in upload we have a browse picture button and caption bar. User can browse picture from their PC and put a caption on it and then upload it onto the platform. First I will show you the code of this browse button. So if I come here and upload, this is the browse button we have created, and we have add an action listener here. If we have put a file chooser here, so this allows us to browse pictures from our own computer, and we have these extensions available right now: PNG, JPEG and JPG. And I will browse right now. I will put this picture here and save, and I will put a caption on it of graduation. Now this is the caption we saved. Once we click upload, the query will execute, and I will show you the database right now. This is the database. I will show you the user table. We have name, email and password from user, and in picture table we have ID, which is auto incremented, and image and caption. So if the user is uploading an image, he or she have to put image and also the caption of the image. Now back to the code. We have a query here, insert into pictures, image and caption, values question marks. So now we are preparing a statement which is compiled before we run the program. So we have to put two values here. I'm setting the blob, which is image, in column 1, and also a string which is caption text.getText, which is this text field. So once I click upload, the image and the caption will be uploaded into the database. So I click upload, picture inserted. Okay, so you can see the graduation caption here and the picture here. I will also show you that the database also updated. So we have 3 images here. If I open the picture table again, we have 4 images of image ID 20 and caption graduation. Now back to the interface. Upload is done. Now to the favorite tab, we have these button here, add to favorite buttons. These buttons will perform an action and upload these images into our favorite tab and into another table. First I will show you, we have only this image into our favorite tab, so I will add some more now. I will add this picture into our favorite tab, add it to favorite. Now if I go into the favorite tab, this picture is also inserted here. We can remove a picture from here. Just click remove picture, picture is removed. Now it is displayed on the main home page of the platform, but it's not in our favorite anymore. So we can remove any picture and add any picture to our favorite tab. How this favorite tab works, I will show you the code right now. This is our favorite method, and I am actually copying data from this picture table into another table. We just have one image right now because we have only one image here. So I'm copying data from one table of the database to another, and then displaying it into the favorite tab. We are selecting image from this practice table and creating a file of it, and then because this is saved as a blob, as you can see here, the data type is blob, so we cannot display the picture directly into the JFrame. So we have to convert it first. So we have the blob is all saved into a stream of bytes. So we convert the blob into a stream of bytes, then get the absolute path of the file and create image icon images, and then display it into the label set icon image label. So this is all displayed here. Remove from favorite works same as we have already discussed in the admin interface. This is the button action listener for the remove favorite button. So we are just deleting the picture from the practice table and updating the query, because this is we are deleting it, so we will not execute query or just execute. We will actually put execute update, so we can update the table into the database, and it is updated once we click remove favorite. I will go into the database now and open this practice image, and it's empty now. This is all for our project, and the one last thing remaining is profile tab. From here user can change their username, their email address and their password, and also update it. I will show you the code for this. This is our profile method. So first, when we log in into the platform, we have saved the ID of the user the user that is logged in, we have saved its ID into a global variable, so we can use this ID variable into our whole class. So we have created a query of update user. User is the name of the table, and we are setting its name, email and password. So again we have prepared the statement, and set string, we are setting the string of first column, which is name. In database it's actually the second column, but because it's auto incremented, so we are just updating these next three. So we are setting the name, email and password text. If the user put empty strings into these fields, it will give an error of wrong field inputs. I will do this right now. If I change it to this and put the password field empty, it will give us an error of wrong field inputs and query will not be executed. But if we insert every data here that is needed, user updated and profile updated, and we have to log in again to continue. So now the data is uploaded and the database is also updated. So I will show you the database now of user, and we can see the name is Shahzad, email is shahzad@gmail.com and password is user. So it's updated now. We can log in with these credentials, not the old ones. So I will put the email here and password, login, and login successful. We cannot log in with the old credentials now. It's all, and you can see the home page and upload favorites, it's all working. I will add one pictures here and it will be added into the favorite. That is all of our interfaces of our project. User can just log out and it will be redirected here, and this is all of our project, and thank you.